Do you see yourself as an easily influenced person? So someone who is easily manipulated? Hi everyone and welcome back. It's August the 31st, 2025. It's about 4:30 at night. There's a bunch of flies out here, as you can see. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about how easily you are manipulated and if there's anything that you can do to change that. So come on along with us as we take a walk through the woods and we talk about this important topic, especially in this day and age when there's so much information online that is from artificial intelligence and also from master manipulators. All right. Do you see yourself as an easily influenced person? So someone who is easily manipulated? Why is this important for you to consider or to think about? Because we live in an environment and an age where it's hard to know who to trust. What is real? What is not? What is real? I'm so distracted by these noises right now. The trees that are in front of me, almost like an electrical discharge. Not sure if you can hear it. First I thought it was something climbing up or down. But I don't think it is. So back to what I was saying. Do you see yourself as someone who is easily manipulated? Some of the main characteristics of someone who is easily manipulated I'm going to turn this around. I keep getting interrupted by this sound. Would you say you're someone who is easily manipulated and who struggles with knowing what is real, what is not real, what is human or artificial? Well, if you're even thinking those questions, it's likely that you're not as easily manipulated as someone who doesn't even question those things, who just takes anything at face value, sees it and believes it, doesn't consider the source, doesn't consider what the message is intending on portraying, as opposed to the superficial presentation of it. If you're someone who has really low self-esteem and you're looking for approval, that's going to be a challenge for you, because you're far less likely to question things because you want to belong, to fit in, to be accepted. And if you question things, then that fear of rejection, abandonment pops up. If you are someone who is very rigid in their thinking and sees people as holding some kind of expertise or authority, and so you should just accept whatever they say as gospel because they know better than you, that may create some challenges for you as well. Because just because someone has knowledge in a certain area or experiences in an area that you don't have doesn't make them the authority on it. It is exactly that. It's their experiences. It's their knowledge from their perspective, which is biased. It's biased. I have questioned this steadfast explanation, and I say steadfast because it's been very common. People turn to scientifically proven information, research-based, validated, peer-reviewed, as being the be-all, end-all, the cream of the crop. And my thoughts always turn back to, who's paying for it? And why are they giving so much money to that research to fund it? What's their end goal? What's the outcome they're looking for? And peer-reviewed? So peer-reviewed would be people of equal status, experience, knowledge, trained in the same field, accredited by similar institutions, that are then going to look at it, look at the research, look at the study, look at the findings, the results, and they're either going to confirm the results, validate them, say that it's repeatable. The study was repeatable and it had similar outcomes, which demonstrates a form of proof, somewhat like proof, that the original study was worthwhile, was correct, was validated. And all of those things make complete sense. Make complete sense. People were funded to do a study. They had a thesis and a theory of what they wanted to explore, expand on, or prove or disprove. They found people who would fund that study based on their own desired interest, and then once the results are completed, they put it out to be reviewed by their peers. All of these things are corruptible. And that doesn't make the information not worthwhile. It is, but having the awareness that it isn't everything. It isn't like the period at the end of a sentence and there's nothing more to say. It's a snapshot. It's a moment in time. It's a perspective. It's a viewpoint. Like all of the things that we know from our experiences in our short little timelines, if you want to call them that, We know there's been so many things that have been invalidated, dismissed, rejected, laughed at, that we find later are completely validated and present. And the people who originally said these things were on point. They had their perspective. And so, why do I talk about this? Because once again, it's important to have that expanded awareness that scientific research, information that you gather and use to formulate your own thoughts, beliefs, values, identities, all come from somewhere, from someone else's opinion. It starts somewhere. Knowing what the source of your information is, understanding and tracing back where this began, how it came to be, who's aligning with it, who isn't, what the loudest voices are that are either in support or rejecting it. What is their platform? What is their interest in what you are either saying, looking at, considering, what's being presented to you, what you're ingesting, reading? And that's where social media fails, because you are not taught, many people are not taught critical thinking, to question these things, to look deeper and further back, to challenge what is being said to you. That doesn't mean that you don't agree, you just want to know more. Tell me more. Help me to understand your perspective and where you came from with that. Let's have discussions about it. Don't give me a tidbit and expect that I'm just going to grab onto that and accept it. I'm first going to ask, where'd that come from? What's it filled with? Why would I accept that? And sometimes when you do this kind of in-depth seeking, it challenges your beliefs. It challenges your values, it challenges your morals, it challenges your ethical standpoints, everything. It challenges it because you're evolving. So if you still hold the same thought patterns and beliefs and you haven't questioned or challenged anything, I have to tell you, you're corruptible. You're easily manipulated and influenced because you are so rigid and holding on to thinking you know everything and that you have the answer that you for sure don't. Because how can you have an answer in an ever-evolving journey when each of us are morphing and changing all of the time and learning new things and new information is being brought into our awareness? And we're having to adjust to this new knowing. And if you're sitting there all stuck in your morals and values and beliefs, you're alone. Because no one is going to prove you wrong. Because no one's trying to prove you wrong. No one. You may feel like that's the case, or you may feel like you're trying to be convinced, because there are instruments of propaganda and manipulation, all of these things. But if you can see it for what it is, you're much less likely to be manipulated because you see it, right? You don't drink the Kool-Aid because you don't know who made it and you don't know who put whatever in it. And what is it going to do to you? And how is it for your benefit? There are so many things that are happening right now that are taking our attention, that are pulling at it. And if you are someone who is curious, like I am, you wonder, why? Why are some things being stifled online and other things being allowed to, or not even allowed, but amplified for your attention? And if you believe that there's a small pocket of people who are managing the information that we have access to, then you have to question the things that you're seeing the most. And also question the things you're seeing the least, or not at all. And having that level of discernment, again, makes you someone who is much better at making solid decisions for yourself, which offers you that sense of safety and comfort, knowing that whatever's coming at you, you'll be able to manage. Because you're seeing everything from a higher vantage point. Oh my gosh, everyone. So I checked my subscribers, and the last time I looked at it, I was at 64. That's pretty freaking good. And so if you wouldn't mind subscribing so that it would help me to reach my 100 subscribers by the end of September, that would be awesome. I'm working hard over here at doing my 100 videos. So if you could help me out, that would be so fantastic for me to be able to reach my goal. Thanks for watching, everyone. And until next time, stay safe and stay connected, and we'll see you really soon. Bye.